Welcome back. Congratulations. She graduated from the program. Tell us about how you felt when you walked across that stage.
I felt like $1 million and I was on top of the world.
I heard it.
You didn't get a half a meal.
Amen. I wish I had a half a million. I sure split it with you.
So that's proof right there that anybody that goes to this program here, you can graduate and go on and do what you gotta do. So good deal, Ms. Perry.
Thank you.
All right. So we won't go into detail on everyone, but just one topic in grooming that we discussed from this morning.
Worship's even here.
All right, here in the teeth, we see the following week was, I believe, was it a tie? All right. And something, we'll go with somebody else with the proper attire. Go ahead.
Your socks and your belt was to match. Shoes and whatever color you have was to match.
Okay.
Professional attire.
All right. That's why we talked about the suits, the ties, the belt matching the shoes, the socks. The following week, we went over etiquette. That was the next one. Etiquette's another word for what? Manners. If you notice, whenever I'm trying to call on someone, I've always tried to make a point of doing it so that, let's say I'm talking to you over here, I use an open hand, or if I'm talking to you, I might use 2 or 3 fingers, because you know it's what rude to what? Point. So if I'm trying to get your attention, I'm not going to say I'll never do it. Sometimes people slip up, but I'm not going to say, okay, you over there, because that's rude to point. So just try to think about that in life if you're trying to point at something. Just don't use one finger. It's okay to use 2, use 3, use 4, use 5. But that's why when you see people giving speeches, that they always, talk like this. Because as soon as you start pointing, that's just a sign of being rude. So just be careful about that. So, etiquette. Was that one of the things we talked about in etiquette? I think that was. It might have been like speaking in complete sentences. Okay, speaking in complete sentences. Go ahead.
Arrive early.
Arrive early. Something else? If somebody brings you parties, bring enough for everybody else. Don't just bring enough for yourself. Well, I mean, of course, that being prepared would be proper etiquette in a way, because you're not holding anyone else up. If someone asks you someone said we're going to be leaving, going somewhere at a certain time, and for example, playing golf. If your tee time is at 10 o'clock and you get there at 9:30, you're early. But if you don't have your clubs organized, if you don't have any balls to play with, if you don't have any tees, so that's also going back to what you were saying, make sure you have everything you need to have. So when you're not prepared and you don't have that you need for that interview or for that presentation, whoever you're talking to, I'm being rude to you. Imagine if I came in here and spoke to you today and I didn't have anything prepared. I'm wasting your time, right? And if I'm wasting your time, that's being rude, because you can have other things better to do than just sit here. So that's why you want to make sure that you're prepared. That's also comprehensive as well. Then last week was what? What was the topic last week?
Revenue.
All right, so what were a couple of things that we talked about with resume? That goes back to Eddie. Raise your hand.
Some of the things that you put on your resume. You talking about some of the things that you put on your resume?
Thank you.
Trainings, like, what do you want, your skills?
Excuse me, I'm giving it to my teacher's assistant. They came back and helped me today. I'm so excited to see this prayer. Can you mind going around and handing this prayer? Okay, I'm sorry. Your resume, say it again. Thank you.
Trainings, your training, like your skills, education.
Education, skills. What else goes on your resume? Your name.
Address.
That's right. What's next? Anything else you can remember? I'll go with you first.
You said to keep it simple, like keep it on one sheet.
Keep it on one sheet. On one side. Oh, now, another thing. You want to keep it on one side of one sheet. You receive papers where it's like,
Both sides.
well, I won't use that as an example, but like a two-sided sheet of paper. You want to make sure your resume is only on one side of one sheet. So when you're dealing with particular verbiage, I want to make sure I mention that, because if you have a resume that's on both sides, then you can say, well, I remember Chad told me to keep it on one sheet of paper, but he didn't say on one side of one sheet of paper. All right, so
Address.
one page. Now, today, we are going to, can you hear me? No? It goes back to speaking in complete sentences. Can you hear me? Yes. That's a sentence. It's not a sentence. I went to visit my family member, and those were the noises she was making. She's 3 or 4 months old, so we're all adults. We can speak like adults. So ask a question. Give a simple answer. Letters of recommendation. Letters of recommendation. It is important that the person writing the letter is qualified to make such a recommendation. What a letter of recommendation is, I have a perfect example. Perfect example. And I thought about the course when I was there. This weekend I went to Shaw University, because someone at Shaw University wanted me to come and do a 2-hour workshop like this at their student union. So instead of coming every week, doing it for 40 minutes every week, they wanted me to come out in one day and cram it all into 2 hours in one day. So I went out there Sunday afternoon do the class. So I had everything all prepared, and my notes, and suit and tie, and nails. I mean, I went through all that because I'm giving a presentation, and they don't know me like the way you do, so I don't want to go out there saying one thing and looking a different way, acting a different way. So, my girlfriend Tracy, she rode with me out there to make sure that if I needed any help or anything, she was there. All right, so we get to the point. So I get ready to start talking, and campus police comes over to me. And they said, can we help you? And I said, yeah, I'm here to do a presentation in the student union and talk about the 6 steps to winning every job interview. And the student union is like a cafeteria, so all the students were in there eating. He said, well, who did you speak to? I told him who I spoke to. And he said, he said he wasn't aware of it. So because he wasn't aware of it in the campus police and security, you know the stuff that goes on in colleges, I can't let you go through with it. I said, not a problem. I wasn't upset or mad or anything. I know that I would try to work it out at a later date. So we get back in the car, and my girlfriend Tracy looks at me and she said, she looks at me and shakes her head and she said, you didn't have it. I said, what do you mean? She said, okay, you look nice. So that was the grooming. That was the attire. She said you shaved and hair and nails and everything were good. That was your grooming. Partaking, I said, right. And she said, proper etiquette, you were polite with the people there, and everybody let you come in and set up. I said, right. She said, you had all your notes to go and speak. She said, that was your resume. I said, yeah. She said, but you didn't have a letter of recommendation. She said, because basically, whoever who was going to authorize me to do what I had to do should have put it in writing. So the funny thing about it is, going to what I'm saying today, is we can go somewhere and speak to someone in a job interview and we can say we knew Martin Luther King. But unless it's in writing, not in writing, it didn't happen. Right, it's word of mouth. So I share that with you is something like that happened to me just yesterday. So it's very important that if you have had a positive experience here at Vance-Granville Community College and you wish to pursue something later in life, that you went and got a letter of recommendation from this guy or Dean Henderson or someone else here, because now you keep that information in your file, so if something happens in the future, you have it. So letters of recommendation are very important because another term for it, it confirms what you said, and it comes from someone else. So the letter of recommendation, it's important that the person writing the letter is qualified to make such a recommendation. You can't go to someone that is who teaches the nursing program and they have a good title. They're the head of the CNA program here at Vance-Granville or something else professional, but if they are not qualified to put in writing about what you've done, you can't use them. You can't get a letter of recommendation from someone you don't know.
No.
Has someone ever asked you that before?
For a letter of recommendation?
And that you really didn't know?
Well, no, not really.
Okay.
Some of the students have, but I know them when they're trying to get a job.
So you want to make sure that whoever's writing that letter of recommendation, they know you. And the things that they put in the paper are factual. It should be someone who has firsthand knowledge of the applicant's professional history and accomplishments. such as a close colleague, employer, immediate supervisor, advisor, professor, or even a client. I know that last year we talked about some people in the class have had businesses in the past before, or currently have their own business. Well, a letter of recommendation from a client is the same thing. If I want to, I think I even used the analogy, if I wanted to go and work for a child care facility in Raleigh, and I currently work for a child care facility here in Warren County, who could I get letters of recommendation from here in Warren County that would help me get that job in Raleigh? Go ahead.
Either the parents of the kids at the child care center or the employees.
Perfect. That's exactly correct answer. The people that you work for, or the parents of the children that you look after. The parents of the children will be your clients. The people that you work for will be your employers. Those are all letters of recommendation. The person making the recommendation also needs to be familiar with the applicant's skills, capabilities, experience, contributions, and performance with specific examples to which he or she can refer where possible. If you're requesting a letter of reference or a letter of recommendation, and you want it to be written on your behalf, be sure you supply your reference or whoever is writing that for you with a resume. Because they're going to write the letter of recommendation in a way that it helps you get the position that you're applying for. That's why when we talked about your resume, you should put what type of position you're applying for. You remember that? You're interested in a specific position. Well, if I go to you and say, I want to get a job at Vance-Granville Community College, can you write a letter of recommendation for me? Won't it be helpful for him to have my resume so he can kind of look at my resume and see some of the things that I've done? Because there may be things that I've done that he may not be aware of, that he can incorporate into his letter of recommendation. But also, the most important thing, there are different positions at Vance-Granville. I could work the landscaping department here, I could work in the cafeteria on the main campus, I could teach, I could do security. There are a lot of different, I could be a janitor. So if I just tell him I want to work at Vance-Granville, it's not going to help me have him write me a letter of recommendation if he doesn't know the type of position I'm interested in. Because now when he writes the letter of recommendation on my behalf, he'll write it in a way so that whoever gets the letter of recommendation and the resume will know the type of position that I'm applying for. Are you understanding? Some of the traits worth noting on the letter of recommendation. Ability to communicate, written and verbal skills, intelligence, self-reliance, someone that shows initiative, flexibility, willingness to accept responsibility and get the job done. Their energy level. That's why the person writing the letter of recommendation would use words like Joe Smith is extremely energetic or enthusiastic about completing a task. That might be something we have them do, for next week, is write a one paragraph letter recommendation to somebody else. And write it in a way that you would want them to write a letter recommendation about you. You know, don't write something saying, Chad, a friend of mine, I've known him for 6 months, I think you should hire him. That's not a letter recommendation. Teamwork, ability to effectively handle conflict, level of commitment, and the ability to lead. You want to avoid certain soft phrases. And I'll tell you what a soft phrase is. Okay. Soft phrase. We're going to go back to school. If your child brought home an A, what does the A mean?
Excellent.
And what's the B mean?
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Excellent. What was the B?
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, there.
Remember that? I don't know how they do grades now. It might be XJY, all that other stuff, but I remember.
Right, I'm just.
No, they had numbers now. It's like out of 5 and a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, colors.
So, it's A is excellent, B is very good, C is what?
Okay. Well, good.
Good.
Just making it. It's good, but it could be better.
Well, a soft phrase when you're describing someone will be using words like this. Joe Smith has been working with me for the past 2 years, and he does a good job at maintaining whatever he does. I've known Edna Scott for the past 2 years, and she's a good instructor. Well, when you think of words like good, remember that's the C. And then if you think of words like, well, she's very good, well then that's B. So when people come in my dry cleaners and say, hey, do you do a good job cleaning clothes? What do I always say no.
I do an excellent job.
And they say, well, you don't do a good job. I said, no, I don't. Well, you don't do, what kind of, I mean, okay, if I'm not gonna leave my clothes here. I said, well, we don't do a good job, we do an excellent job. I don't strive for good or satisfactory, okay, excellent. That's what we do here. So when you start describing people in your letters of recommendation or someone's doing it for you, you want to use strong words, not soft words like good, adequate, fair, reasonable, satisfactory, etc. You want to use powerful words like exceptional, significant, articulate, professional, dynamic. What did you say?
These words like you're doing the hospital. You know what I mean? Word.
Do you know what qualified means?
Yeah.
Can you spell that?
No, not really.
Do you know what? Do you know what dedicated means?
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend? You don't know what dedicated means?
I don't have working by no means.
Okay, so you know what it means. You know what dedicated means. Well, some people don't know what it means. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you know what the word means, we always make mistakes in spelling. I mean, nobody's perfect. But it's about knowing what the definition is. And then once you know the definition, then you can remember. I'm sure there's words that, a word I used to always mess up spelling. It's a very easy one. Sign and sign.
So
I could not remember, is there H in it or not H? No, another one? That's two words that, I mean, when you know you can't spell certain words, you remember. Pizza. Sometimes I couldn't remember if it was one Z or two Z's.
That is what it is. That is right.
Okay.
Words,
So if you know the definition of it, if you know the definition of the word is, that's understandable. Just, it's up to you to research and double check the spelling. The last thing, with letter recommendation is, it must list the contact information of the reference. So whoever wrote the letter recommendation for you, you need to have their name, their phone number, their email address, because if they need to contact them to confirm the information, it's important. And the last thing is you want to make sure that the letter recommendation is honest. Because there's no reason in someone saying something about you that's not true, just to help you get the interview, because just because you get the interview doesn't mean you're going to get the job if you're not true with that information. So you want to make sure it's factual.